morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a marvelous feeling that everything is going your way. Welcome to the Voice of Hope Connection. I am your host, D. Foster III, CEO and President of Wake Up Global Networks International. You know what to do in the beginning. Smash that like, smash that like. I haven't said that in a long time. Share, put a link of this in your contacts. There is a word. Hope you're doing well. We're coming. Can you believe the summer is almost over? I'm telling you, I hope you and your family are enjoying, having a great time, and winding it up with a bang. And in a lot of places, school has already started. Shout out to all the returning students, no matter what grade, what level you're going to. Listen, you can do whatever you believe and imagine you can do and put your work to it. I'll talk about that a little later on, but I want to say thank you so much. Thank you to V for sharing every Sunday morning her words of encouragement, her words of hope. On the Voice of Hope Connection, you'll be hearing more of V. We're kind of going back and forth, but look like she's going forth a little more than me. That's good. I love it. I love to see people come into their own. So I want to say thank you, Elder V, for taking the reins of the Voice of Hope Connection. Listen, I want to remind you before we get into the word that if you want to know more about us, follow us on our website, www.wakeupglobalnetworks.com, www.wakeupglobalnetworks.com, or you can follow me on social media, DJ Change 111, DJ Change 111. That's IG, that's X, and in the bio of my IG, there's a link. If you dare, if you're bold enough to become a member of our tribe, the Lit Patreon, where we share in-depth, intellectual. We dig deep on the Patreon, but that's all right. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. And finally, we encourage you, if you have not, listen, y'all, how have you been enjoying the summer snippets? I told y'all I was taking a little break from the Voice Over Now podcast, but we've been giving you a little snippets of what we experience in our spiritual growth and development master classes on Sunday. Hopefully you have been enjoying them. If you want to know more information, you can write thevoiceovertheglobe@gmail.com, thevoiceovertheglobe@gmail.com. Finally, stay tuned for the debut of season 3 of the Voice Over Now podcast. We have a very special guest and we get into some intense, all I can say is real, raw conversation. You don't want to miss it. That is the Friday after Labor Day. I don't have my calendar in front of me right now. But whatever the Friday is after Labor Day, that will air 6 p.m. live right on WPB Media Networks. It will air live on our website, on Wake Up Global Media on all of our pages. All right. Having said that, I just want to say we don't never know what the week is going to bring. A lot of changes are taking place. But there is one thing for sure, and that is that there is a word to get us through. I'm kind of guilty of this word myself, and I need to examine this word myself. I want to talk to you about not giving up on your stuff. You're believing God for certain things. You're trusting for certain things, and they're going to be roadblocks. But I want to encourage you. I want to give you some advice that I need myself, and I'll give you an example of why. Follow it up all the way until the end. Don't stop in the middle, even when it looks like it's not going to happen. Listen, I'm guilty of what I'm telling you. Yesterday, there was the preseason game between the Ravens and my team, the Commanders. I was excited, like some of you are for your visions and your goals. I was looking for it. I was anticipating. I had some wings. I had some hamburgers. I was sitting down looking for The game of the century. The Ravens and the Commanders, the rivals, right? I'm a Commander fan, but I didn't wear my Commander shirt today. But normally you know that if you look at any of my shows, I'm repping the Commanders. I'm repping DC. I'm representing the Wizards. I love my DC teams. So yesterday, I get and I sit and I'm anticipating a great game. Now, I didn't think that because Jaden wasn't playing and a couple of other star players weren't playing, I didn't think we were going to have a regular season game. But I said, this is going to be a fun contention. In other words, I was looking for it. I was telling people all week, Saturday at 12 noon, Ravens and Commanders. I had been broadcasting it. I was expecting it. And guess what I did? In the second half, when the Ravens were leading 17-0, I gave up. That's right. I walked out on. Y'all forgive me. That's why I said I need this message more than you do. I walked out on, let me tell you something, what I was looking forward to. I walked out on what I was expecting all week long, because mid-game, it didn't look like what I love was going to come through. Now, whether they did or didn't is not the point, but I walked out on them in the middle before the game was finished. That's a word I want to give you. Many of you, come in, like this, share this, subscribe to this. Many of you have been anticipating some things all of your life. Many of you have been planning things all of your life. And just because in the middle, like Peter walking to the other side, in the middle, there is like the Ravens and the Commanders. In the middle, I walked out in the middle of the game, not the last quarter of the game, not the third quarter of the game. I walked out in the second quarter of the game, not understanding, and probably I did, but I was so disappointed in the beginning. My expectations were so high that I couldn't even understand that things can turn around just like that. And so I want to encourage you, whatever you've been believing for, whatever your goal is, whatever your vision, whatever you've been hoping, whatever you've been like me anticipating, whatever you've been excited for, whatever you've been telling people about, just because it doesn't look like it's happening midway, don't walk out on your stuff. I understand the disappointment. I understand life can disappoint. And guess what? Life can disappoint and life will disappoint. Life has disappointed and life will disappoint again. But one thing I know, come on somebody, share this, is that the God in you never disappoints. I love it because there can be a quick turnaround. So don't ever get up like me and walk off and leave everything that you have been preparing for, and leave everything you bought, and leave everything you prayed for, and leave everything you fasted for, and leave everything you told other people that was going to happen, just because you get in the middle. I think I remember that happened one time in the Bible. Its name is Peter. He was going to the other side, and Jesus said, you can come on. He said, Lord, bid me to come. Can I come where you are? Jesus said, sure, on my word, get out and walk to the other side. Now watch this. Like the game yesterday, in the middle of the walk, he was out of the boat, right? He got out of the boat. I got everything set to have a good game. My expectations were that this going to be a nail biter. I'm going to sit on the edge of my seat. My expectations were that I'm going to see this all the way through. But like Peter, in the middle of the walk, in the middle, between where he left and between where he wanted to go, the winds begin to roar and the waves begin to beat. And he got fearful and he said, carest not that I perish. And Jesus said, oh, ye of little faith. Wait a minute. What did you say, D. Foster 3? Now, you can't liken this to a game, but I'm going to liken this to what you're believing for. He says, wherefore did you doubt? That you think I would give you the vision and it not come to pass? Did you think I would put that dream in your heart and it not come to pass? Don't you know I give you the desires of your heart? Come on, somebody. So I want to encourage you all week long. You started something and it looked like it wasn't going to happen midway. You begin something and you got discouraged midway. You started and birthed something and people left you midway. Don't give up. Don't be like D. Foster 3 with the Ravens in the Commanders game. Keep on looking. Keep on looking, because God can turn things. Things can shift like that. Things can change just like that. Things can move just like that. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I want you to like this. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share, whether it's a business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's your children, whether it's your finance, whatever it is. I want you to know things can shift just like that, because the king got one more move. See, why do y'all do this to me? The king got another move. The king, I wish the Commanders had another move, but the king has got another move. Therefore, I'm gonna stay in this till the end. Here it is. I'm in it to win it. I didn't get in this to quit. I didn't prepare all of this food. I didn't prepare all this entertainment to walk out in the second half of the Commanders. I should have stayed. No, I shouldn't. I had things to do. But you get the correlation, right? You get the correlation. But I want to tell you on a serious note, no matter what you believe in God for, no matter what God has put in your heart, no matter what vision you're working on, yes, tempest will rise in the middle. In the middle, it was well. Y'all, let me stop, because I'm starting to preach now. You remember Nehemiah? The Bible says the people got weary when they were halfway finished the wall. It's always when you halfway through. That's what happened to me on the second quarter. I was halfway through and got discouraged. I was halfway through and got disappointed. Well, let me tell you, even when you halfway through and ain't nothing happening, see it on through. Walk it out. I hear the words of the Lord. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out to victory. Walk it out to your blessing. Walk it out to the promise. Walk it out. It ain't over yet. Woo! All right. I want you to like this. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share. I want you to follow. And I'm going to be sitting at the rest of the Commanders game for the rest of the year, praying, interceding. And because all of my favorite players will be there, I will see it out. No, they did a good job. They did a good job. The rookies did a good job. They got some training to do. I think we got to get some meat on the bones. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Don't forget, Fridays, the last snippet, no, 2 more snippets, spiritual snippets from our spiritual growth and master classes. I hope you have been enjoyed. Until Friday with our spiritual snippet, or next Sunday with the Voice of Hope Connection, I want to remind you the king got one more move. Peace.